Can you see the colourful framework made of triangles? That is the Realcovery Model, and it's made out of the patterns of the human body, which allows us to do some really cool things with it. One of the patterns it maps is the pattern of breathing, which can be distilled down into some really simple things. Expand, pause, refine, pause, expand, pause, refine, pause, played on repeat, which can be a really useful process for self-development in terms of what you want to expand into your life and then reflect on, what you want to refine in your life and then reflect on, and so on. The physical human body is also a container holding contents, and so the Realcovery Model can also be a container in which you can store the content you want to keep, such as tools and techniques that might help you as you go about your life. Another pattern of the human body is that we have 3 brains, a head brain, a heart brain, and a gut brain. That means that we can identify different ways of processing. We can identify cognitive processing, emotional processing, and physical processing. And those are really important to recognize and to work with and to join up as a whole, so we can directly connect with how we are in our head, in our heart and in our gut with using this model. Not only that, but patterns of 3 are something that travel throughout human lives. So we have past, present, future. We have beginning, middle, end. We have all sorts of stuff like that. Thoughts, feelings, behaviour, to give some examples. We can personalise the Realcovery Model to represent anything we need it to in relation to ourselves and to our lives around us. And this is one. Our nervous systems can be mapped to the Realcovery Model. These levels are influenced by the polyvagal theory by Stephen Porges, and they are unsafe and powerless, unsafe and mobilised, and safe. So the Realcovery Model can be used as a way to check in with how safe we feel. Therapy modes that support behaviour change and growth through using the patterns in people can also be mapped to the Realcovery Model. This example shows transactional analysis and its different mindsets of parent, adult and child, how they might be mapped to it as well. The Realcovery Model can be a really useful tool to use alongside therapy to help you see yourself. It can be used like a mirror to enable reflective conversation. If you wanted to zoom out and see a bigger overall picture of transformation over a longer period of time or a lifetime, you might do something like this. You might use the Realcovery Model to visualise a phase 1 lifestyle where life seems to do to you. And then you might map your progress and process of levelling up as you move into a phase of life where life is done by you. And then you might also map a progress of transformation, a next level of transformation where life is done through you. And then if you manage to reach this level of awareness and self-development and levelling up, you might be able to map your life as you are then living it when your life is done as you and you're real. The Realcovery Model is a foundational container in the same way that our bodies are. And just like the body we live in, you can change its shape. You can get bigger, smaller. You can add different detail to it. Like you could change the colour of it if you wanted to. You could decorate it if you wanted to. It's incredibly, infinitely personalisable. I think that might be a word. It makes bespoke support for people in recovery absolutely possible. So many times when I've been in services, the questions in designing services have always been, we can't possibly make it something that fits everyone. Well, the question is wrong. The question should not be how we can make something that fits everyone, but how we can hold space so people can make what they need for themselves. The Realcovery Model enables that to happen. It's absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to share more information about it here. So check out all the other videos that are already here and the ones that are to come.